Okay, welcome to my next video. In this, we're going to talk about the chambers of the heart. As you can see from the title, these chambers of the heart. Okay. So we can see the heart has 4 chambers. The 2 superior chambers are the atria, and you can see the atria. This they are the entry halls or chambers, and the 2 inferior chambers are the ventricles. So there is superior chambers called atria, and inferior chambers ventricles. So there consist 4. So 2 superior, 2 inferior chambers. The atrium and the ventricle. So the entry halls are called atria, and the ventricles are also called little bellies. So on the anterior surface of, so if you don't know about the anterior surface, we can explain about the all the vessels, the atrias. Okay, so we get an idea of where this position of the atrium is. Okay, we got the position of the atrium. This is the position of atrium. This is the position of atrium. This is also the position of atrium. As you can see, the right atrium. This is the right atrium, and you can see the ventricle is in the left side. So the right is right atrium, right ventricles. Left is left atrium, left ventricle. So these are the 2 atriums, and the downside 2 ventricles. Next, we had an idea of atrium and ventricles. So we're gonna talk about the chambers and associated gate vessels. So there are 2 atrias. We also already said that 2 atrias and there are 2 ventricles constitutes 4 chambers. So the 2 atrias, which is superior chamber. So atrium is also called entry halls. Okay, entry halls or chambers. So it is a thin wall receiving chambers. It is a thin wall. It is a receiving chambers. So it receives blood on the, and next it is they are saying that on the back of the superior aspect of the heart. So the position of the atrias are, it is on the back. It is on the superior aspect of the heart. So as you can see, atria are superior. So each have a small protruding appendages called auricles. Each have a appendages. It's a protruding appendages called auricles, which increase atrial volume. So this is small protruding appendages. They have protruding appendages called auricles, which help in atrial volume, and it is also a septal area. So it contains the connective tissue which divides the left and right atrium. So it is very important. It is known as the site of fatal shunt foramen ovale. So the right and the left atrium is divided by a connective tissue called the fetal shunt foramen ovale. So FSFO, you can use that for FSFO, fetal shunt foramen ovale. Okay, so we talk about the atrias. So we talk about the 2 atrias, which are the right and the left. So the right atrium is smooth internal posterior wall. So this smooth, and the veins drain the blood from the lungs and the body is drained into the right atrium. The blood from the body will be deoxygenated, and from the lungs it is oxygenated, and the blood will be drained into the atrium, right atrium. Next, it is a rigid internal anterior wall. It has a rigid internal anterior wall because it is due to the muscle bundles called pectinent muscles. So in the right atrium there is pectinent muscles. Next, the blood enters via 3 veins. Though in the right atrium the blood enters via 3 veins. One is the superior vena cava. As you can see, this is superior vena cava. Next is inferior vena cava. This is inferior vena cava. Next is coronary sinuses. These are coronary sinuses. Coronary sinuses also help collect blood from the myocardium, because the blood drains from the myocardium due to contraction and relaxation. The myocardium needs more blood, so the impure blood which is drained from the myocardium is collected in the coronary sinuses. So the coronary sinuses is also seen on the pericardium. Pericardial visceral layer of serous pericardium, known as epicardium. So the position of coronary sinuses is in visceral layer of serous pericardium, epicardium, also known as epicardium. So the coronary sinus is seen in epicardium. So in the epicardium, you can see there are coronary blood vessels. These 2 are also coronary blood vessels. As you can see, this is illustrated in a big form, but it is in small blood vessels. They are coronary small blood vessels which are seen in the epicardium of the visceral layer of the serous pericardium, and it helps in collection of blood draining from the myocardium. So we talk about the right atrium. We see that it helps in collection of blood. It has blood entering veins, 3 veins: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. These 3 veins are connected to right atrium. So you can remember superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinuses all are connected to right atrium. The blood enters from the body and the lungs and enters into these veins, these 3 veins, into the right atrium, which is small, and it has also have a pectinent muscle, which is a muscle bundle. As you can remember the muscle bundle, the pectinent as the pectinent muscle, which give a rigid internal anterior wall. Next is left atrium. So the left atrium, which is smooth internal anterior walls, posterior and anterior walls, which is smooth internal. The other one is also smooth internal posterior wall. This is smooth internal posterior and anterior wall. So the left atrium is both posterior and anterior walls, contain both posterior and anterior walls. So the blood enters via the 4 pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins, as you can see, the right pulmonary veins, it goes into the right atrium, and the left pulmonary veins goes into the left atrium. And there are 4 pulmonary veins. There are 4 pulmonary veins, right pulmonary veins and left pulmonary veins. Next, the left atrium will contain oxygenated blood because the oxygen carrying blood from the lungs enters into the left atrium. Next is we want to talk about the two ventricles. So what you can say about ventricles? It is vent means underside. It is we can use to you remember that ventricles are vents and which are seen underside of the atriums. So it is thick, it is muscular, and it is discharging. Atriums are charging, means it pressurizes blood into the ventricles. So ventricles are discharging the pressure that is pumped inside the atrium. So they are muscular discharging chambers. So muscular discharging means the charging of the muscle or the myocardium is discharged by the muscular activity. So the use of the muscles are in forcing the blood out of the chambers. So the two ventricles are thick muscular discharging chambers. Discharging means a charged muscle when giving a force out, it becomes discharged. So they are thick muscular discharging chambers. It pumps. They are the pumps of the heart. So it is situated in the primary location of the coverings of the myocardium. So they are the myocardium creates the forces to pump the blood. So they are called the pumps of the heart. The pumps means it create a force. So they are also called the pumps of the heart. Next is trabecular carnium, means crossbar of flesh lining the internal walls. So what is trabecular carnium? Trabecular carnium is the inside wall of the ventricles. As you can see, this point, it is the inside of the ventricle, and this is the outer layer of the myocardium. It is called a trabecular carnium. Okay. So the outside of the myocardium is called outside layer of the myocardium is called outside, not inside of the myocardium layer is called inside of the myocardium is where the ventricles are. So outside of the ventricle, inside of the myocardium, there is a wall, and the wall is called trabecular carnium. Trabecular carnium. So they are the crossbars of flesh lining the internal walls of heart or the ventricles. Next is papillary muscles play a role in valve function. So there are papillary muscles inside the ventricles, which help us also act as a valve function. Valve means suctioning of blood. There is many papillary muscles situated inside the ventricles, which help in function as a valve function. Valve means suctioning of valve in general have a property of vacuumness, producing a vacuumness. But in this, the valve is used to papillary muscle act as a valve function. Next is the right ventricle. The right ventricle is the most of the heart anterior surface is right ventricle. Most of the heart surface is right ventricle. Anterior surface. Most of the anterior surface of the heart is right ventricle. Next, it is thinner. It is responsible for pulmonary circulation by pulmonary trunk. So the right ventricle. Yes, we have discussed about ventricles. There are two types of ventricles, the right and the left. So the right ventricle in general has the most of this heart surface, anterior surface covering most of the heart anterior surface is covered by right ventricles, and it has help in pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation means it helps in the circulation of lungs blood to the body. So right ventricle helps in pulmonary circulation. We can point that now. Next is left ventricle. Left ventricle, it is thicker. It is responsible for systemic circulation. Left ventricle is thicker and right ventricle is thinner. That is a property of the systemic circulation. Thinner help in pulmonary circulation because force is generally the force from the force for this pulmonary circulation is low, but the pressure for the systemic circulation is greater. So the left ventricle is thicker and helps in complete systemic circulation via aorta. Next, right, I forgot about this saying about the pulmonary trunk. I'm sorry. It is thinner and right ventricle is thinner and it is responsible for pulmonary circulation and through pulmonary trunk. As you can see, the pulmonary trunk. This is the pulmonary trunk. It is connected by a valve, pulmonary valve, and this is the right ventricle. From the right ventricle to the pulmonary valve to the pulmonary trunk is the flow of pulmonary circulation. Next is left ventricle. Left ventricle is what? It is thicker. It is responsible for systemic circulation. The right ventricle is responsible for systemic circulation. It is connected to a tricuspid valve, or sorry, not tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is in the right ventricle. Bicuspid valve is in the left ventricle. So it forces out the blood through aorta. Most of the heart's posterior inferior surface. Most of the heart's posterior inferior surface. So the blood from the ventricles is passed out, or the systemic circulation of the body to the heart is from the left ventricle, which is covered by a dense layer of myocardium. It is thicker. It has thicker myocardium, and the blood comes from the blood in the left ventricle is pumped out through the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve to the aorta. So most of the heart posterior anterior surface is left ventricle. So this is the bulging out of the heart. So the bulging out of the heart contains the left ventricle. So it is called the posterior interior surface. Posterior interior surface. This is posterior interior surface. This is the posterior interior surface of the left ventricle.